What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the lab with another quest build. I have a blueprint here for one of the rarest names in all of NBA 2K23. You probably won't see this running around the city very often, but I predicated this build on post scoring, one of that Hall of Fame quick first step. They can also score from a plethora of different ways and is serviceable in every other category. I made this girthier, a little bit more meaty on the wing, a bigger, girthier 2-3-4. It's going to be able to guard pretty much any position and doesn't have too many clear deficiencies. It has shades of Tim Thomas in a contract year, Jamal Mashburn, and Marcus Fizer. This is the girthy 250-pound small ball 4. Like I said, I made this a little girthier and bigger. If you do use this blueprint, you'll probably make it quicker, but follow along, to get this name and get some of the name threshes. We're gonna make this a small forward. We're gonna be 6'9", 250 max pounds with a max 7'7" wingspan. We're going body shape built because we want to look menacing on the wood, a la Marcus Fizer. If you do make this like at the 1 or 2 or the 4 or 5, it's basically a back to basket guard or big, but if you make this at the 3, it becomes a small ball 4. Like I said, follow along to a T to get this name. I'll go over some of the name threshes and try to ooze out the potential of this build in this blueprint, and then tinker at your own discretion in your builder. Like I said, most of you will probably prioritize speed over girth, but we're gonna get our close shot to an 85, our driving layup to an 80, our driving dunk to an 81, our standing dunk to a 75, and then we're gonna max out our post control to a 99. That's gonna give us 26 finishing badges. You have that Hall of Fame quick first step with a 99 post control. You have every post move in the book. And then you can also finish inside when you do get a step on someone with that nice driving dunk and close shot. I do like this build as more of a priority within an offense. Dump it down, let him operate, let him go to work. You don't have any deficiencies with playmaking, so you can make plays out of the post as well. This also has some Glenn Robinson, some pedo Karl Malone, some Anthony Mason in it. It's going to be a big dog that can really be a key cog, like I said, within any offense. And 26 finishing badges. If you get a peanut on you that's a celery stick or a water chestnut, you're going to absolutely cook down low. But then this build can also shoot, so you're not just camping on the block waiting for opportunity. We're gonna get our mid-range to a 76, and then our 3-ball, we're gonna get that to an 81. That's gonna give us that gold catch and shoot on the tier 3, which costs 7 badges. You're gonna have 19 shooting badges, so you're gonna be able to allocate that towards gold catch and shoot, and so you're gonna be able to space the floor, and you're not just gonna be a paint clogger on a small ball 4, which is basically a back to basket wing. And that 81 3-ball, if you know your jumper, that's automatic. You're going to be able to really help out any squad. And again, you don't have a specific playstyle. Even though you are more of a back to basket player, you can step out and then create that space with a step back or do something in an iso-centric way, and then knock down some perimeter jump shots. And then we're going to get our free throw to a 69. There's some extra attribute allocation. You can throw that at stamina or vertical or do whatever you want later, but we're gonna get that free throw to a nice 69 for now. Moving on to playmaking, we're gonna get our pass actually to a 78. I believe you can go higher than that, but that's a badge thresh. And then we're gonna get our ball handle to an 82, and then we're gonna max out our speed with ball to a 71. That's also a badge thresh. So we're gonna have 19 playmaking. You have a nice handle, nice pass accuracy, good speed with ball to pair with that Hall of Fame quick first step. Realistically, this build can ISO. You can try to up the ball handle. I'm not 100% sure if it changes the name when you get into the 80s with pass accuracy. It might change it to a pass first wing or a slashing playmaker. Tinker at your own discretion to see what other names are in this tree. But these are some nice badge threshes, and this build's not going to have any just blatant deficiencies, because if you look at defense and rebounding, we're going to get our interior defense to a 76. That's going to be serviceable. And we're going to get our perimeter defense to a 79, which also obviously allocates towards steal. But that 79 perimeter defense is going to give us that silver challenger. We are going to probably be guarding guards and people on the perimeter. We want to be able to put a hand up. We're not going to touch steals on this build. I don't want y'all spamming X off ball. We're not going to be going for splash steals on this build. I can't stand seeing people in this game specifically. We're still playing 2K22 style basketball, spamming X off ball. You will be taken out of the play if you have bad timing on your stealies. Steals are splash plays, and I know the toxic, sweaty players on 2K kind of abuse how OP steals are in the passing lanes and whatnot, which just doesn't translate to real basketball. But I like to, try to be a little bit more homegrown on defense and not prioritize just spam stealing and being sweaty. Let's just, take proper angles, have good patience, stay in front of your man, in between your man and the basket, play good help side defense. So we're not going to be investing in stealies, but you are going to get your block to an 81, and then get your defense rebound to an 81 as well, and then your offense rebound, get that to a 50. That's going to give us 19 defensive badges. So outside of finishing, you're going to have nice 19 allocations on every other category. Defensively, you're going to be able to stay in front of your man on the perimeter. You're going to be able to switch out onto a 4 or 5 interiorly and play good sound defense. You're going to get gold chase down so you can block shots, and then you can help out on the defensive glass with an 81 defensive rebound. For speed, it gets to a 78, but we're going to get it to a 75. We're going to max out our acceleration to a 71. Keep our strength to a 51, get our vertical to a 65, and then put the rest on stamina to an 85. So let's give this build a once over. 26 finishing, 19 shooting, 19 playmaking, and 19 defensive badges. One thing that I can see is some people might want to allocate more towards strength, vertical, max out your speed, and kind of prioritize physicals. Totally understand that. I do like the blueprint of this one having a 99 post control. If you do drop that down to like the high 80s or low 90s, you might be able to allocate more, get a couple more shooting badges, some playmaking, max out your physicals. But realistically, what we want to have is an 85 close shot, high post control. Don't up your driving dunk past an 81 to get those contact dunks, because it'll make it an inside out scorer. On shooting, basically you can have your mid-range and 3-ball under an 82, I believe. You might not want to go higher than a 79. Keep your pass accuracy under, an 85. And defensively, you can allocate to be more of a rebounder, and you can punt certain splash plays. But overall, this build is very nice finishing the ball. It can be a key cog, like I said, to create scoring opportunities for your team. It's a nice off-ball shooter. You are going to be girthy and have a nice hitbox, so people are going to see you and they're going to look at your girth and think, oh, this is a big dog bruiser down low. In reality, you're more of a wing type all-purpose scorer. And so I'm really liking this build from a physical standpoint, and with an extremely rare name, it's going to be extremely hot to see on the wood. Going to take over, you get shooting and post take. I'm going to go advanced post moves, and then probably post playmaking, so then they think you're just a masher inside, or when you're standing on the perimeter, you can really isolate those water chestnuts. And then you're going to get one of the rarest names in all the game at a girthier blueprint, the Small Ball 4. This thing definitely has some tinkering that you can do. The name is very, very hot. You have to make this at the 3 to get the Small Ball 4 name. But it basically is a back-to-basket wing, which is, that name's not in the game. That would be super hot if it was. But what do you guys think of this build? What would you change? Would you prioritize more physicals or making this more well-rounded? Or would you personally go more and just make it elite in certain categories and then punt certain things because you want to be as good as you possibly can be in those things that you want for your playstyle, rather than being able to be sufficient in all areas? Let me know what your playstyle is, and is this build worth investing that hard-earned BC in? Let me know in the comments. You know what time it is. Quest Sparrow Streets.